mental health has started becoming more of a conversation, which makes us falsely believe that a lot is happening in mental health. Conversations don't mean that a lot is happening. Conversations is just something that should have happened way before I was born. I passed my school in '89, did not know psychology exists as a subject. When I completed my MBBS, 94, 95, when I completed, I didn't know I would had any thoughts of taking psychiatry. Frankly, had skipped my internship. Also, the 15-day, both in internship and residency, didn't attend it, which was the norm at that time. And then so happened to take the branch. It's good that we want to address young people's mental health. You want to address young people's mental health, then look at facts first. 50% of all mental ailments have their onset in adolescence, which basically means if we start focusing on young people's mental health, start in school age and adolescence, you'll be able to make an impact on 50% of adult mental health concerns. Those who think that mental health is just a bit of talk, conversation, so on and so forth, even today, people don't see it as a real problem, even though conversations have increased, even though there has been a change. No debate around that. But at the same time, 75% of people globally do not seek help even when they should be taking help, only because stigma continues to exist. Let's not allow ourselves to believe that just because you so happen to follow some people who call themselves influencers, who may be talking about well-being or mental health in a very enmeshed kind of manner, that you believe that because your feed gives you more mental health, that means a lot of mental health is happening. Not true. Right? You're very badly mistaken if you think that's true. Bullying has been identified as one of the most significant factors leading to mental health issues in future. Fact, globally, amongst the 3 top killers in the 15+ age group is death by suicide. Just think about what I've just said. If you don't accept it, then we won't do anything about it. In any case, conversations lacking impact, conversations which don't bring change, don't matter. That's at best intellectualization, coffee table conversations, no meaning in life. What are the solutions? And before I come to solutions, where do we exist? See the world from a young person's point of view. Dr. Batra was talking about, he's 50 and 7 months, somewhere very close to you, right? So in our times, no internet by the time you passed 12th, no mobile phones, no cable. What did you have? You had school friends, neighborhood friends, cousins. You never got bored. Life was absolutely fine. Lots of sports, meaningful relationships. Even today, your strongest relationships are people whom you met about 40 or 45 years, 40 years back. Now come to the present time. And then also add the whole thing about the pressures that we look at life in terms of not just what you are, but what you are showing. How many people are liking what you are showing? Are you trending or not trending? How does it matter? I actually sometimes wonder, how does it matter? The trends now change in about half an hour, 45 minutes. How does it matter? Even if you trended for, 45 minutes in a 365 days time, how does it matter? But today's youth has a genuine concern because we are not enabling them with the skill set. We've given them a word in absence of a skill set. And we still don't talk about the skill set. We talk about everything else, math, physics, chemistry, marks, this, about that. Like the doctors don't give advertisements. I fundamentally believe educational institutes should not be giving advertisements. I think that's absolute uncalled for. I think these little mugshot version of young people's pictures put in newspaper, this one first rank, this one second, and this because of me, rubbish, not because of you. Don't take the credit away from the kid. The kid worked hard, got the marks, got the result, nobody gets the credit for it. In any case, if you start taking credit, then you'll have a school teacher saying credit, it's mine, parents will say it'll mine, the neighbors will say it's mine, the tuition extra class teacher will say it's mine, the tuition class teacher will say it's mine, all sorts of that. Why? Young people did well. Federer plays well. Yes, coaches played a significant part, no debate around that. But the effort was of the athlete, right? How many of you know Virat Kohli's coach? Dhoni's coach? A handful of you may know. But you know Virat Kohli. And that's not come randomly. That's come with hard effort. You don't just wake up one morning and score a century. That's not how life works. So skill set focus needs to be there. And the only way to do it is to understand modern day time. Modern day time, you will have to accept what has happened. Relationships have become more textual, more transactional, more here and now. Just look at how WhatsApp, for example, has gone through its own transition, right? First there was only text, then these silly emoticons came. Initially there were 2, 3, 4, 5 emoticons. Now there are so many, I don't even understand them. Sometimes when people send me a response, I have to ask them, क्या मतलब क्या है? At least at my age group, तो हमें पता नहीं चलता कि आपने लिखा क्या है. And then even to prevent that typing from happening, an extra message happening, you have no reactions. So again you try and, I had to ask a colleague of mine, a young colleague of mine 2 days back here, how do I find out who's given the reaction? मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा किसका message आया. So what happened was, rather than the human interface, the person-to-person interface, we become more text. The more you become text, you can't understand feelings. Let's say you want to tell somebody, I really love you. What will you do? Send a heart. If you like a joke, send a heart. If you're missing someone, send a heart. Somebody's given a good presentation, send a heart. How will you distinguish? This is how language developed, right? First the sketches came and illustrations came, and then finally we found words, and then language and feelings, so on and so on. Now we're going ulta. We are going the reverse. We are losing the words, we are losing the connect, and we are just trying to text our way away. It doesn't work. But that's the modern day world, so we can't change that. We can't change that, but we need to help young people recognize how to navigate this. So navigate step 1, media literacy. All media houses need to promote the cause of media literacy. You need to partner young people to shape their future. And I strongly believe when it comes to social media, some amount of peer review needs to start happening. Merely saying under 18 cannot see it and you put that a slide just before you start something very abusive doesn't really matter much. In any case, the moment you say this is not meant for below 18 end up seeing a lot more, because that's the part of the age group. You say no, then I will much rather first see that. Why are you telling me not to see it when you are seeing it? Observation plays a key role. Since Bandura studies in 1950, it's established that what you see, you will learn. You see aggression, you become aggressive. You take, the Bandura experiment was 2 groups of kids, one in one room, one in another room. In this room, lots of arms-related toys, this room, non-arms-related toys. In a few hours' time, this room starts fighting, this one doesn't. So if you keep showing abusive language, keep showing aggression, keep showing meanness, keep showing rudeness, in the name of whether you call it creative liberty or whether you call it freedom of expression or whether you call it, whatever you want to call it, or reality television, as unreal as it gets, right? Real is real, this is real. You don't put these people in a room for 3 months and say that is real, that's unreal. So anyways, so this is where the world is. And social media pressure. Today, pressure of conformity is real on young people. Would we have ever thought that cyberbullying would become so significant? For those who have experienced school-age bullying, cyberbullying has the same impact. Same impact. So yes, how do you navigate? Step 1, media literacy. Media literacy to be incorporated in schools. Second, raise the bar of our own awareness and acceptance of mental health concerns, where young people can talk about how they feel, how they express, to their parents, to their teachers, to their friends. Mental health curriculum in schools, absolute non-negotiable. Psychological first aid for all of us. What is psychological first aid? I learn to look who is in distress. I learn to listen and respond in a positive manner. And I link them to a solution. Look, listen, link. Even if these 5 basic steps we will incorporate in our lives, you will take one little step forward in young people's mental health. Do not allow yourself to believe that the time of mental health has arrived. Mental health, what it was and what it is now, is a lot better, but we have miles and miles and miles to go. So if every day we don't give importance to our mental health and express it, encourage children to recognize it, merely putting a counselor in a school is not going to be the solution of mental health. And merely talking about only physical well-being, diet, nutrition, meditation, mindfulness is also not the solution. Because there are mental health concerns happening irrespective of this aspect. Think about it. Think about what you are doing rather than what somebody else is doing. Mental health solution is not with experts like me. We have a 300% shortage of experts in our country. Let's not fool ourselves. The solution to mental health is everybody recognizing we are equal stakeholders when it comes to the well-being of the society, and we prioritize mental health. Before I wind up, what would mental health be? Mental health for a young person would be, I recognize my strengths, my uniqueness. I prioritize my well-being and try and have a cheerful, good, positive life. I have the skill set to deal with daily problems and hassles and stresses of everyday life. That's mental health. And that leads to, I am able to contribute to the cause of society. Now, put these as a part of school education, as your goals and vision and mission statements. That's young people's mental health for you. Thank you.